sound.
It's another day on the troll farm. Welcome, guys.
Hello. Everybody. Hi, everybody.
So we have a treat for you. It's my new step-parents, Mr. and Mrs. Wilkins, Gordon and Jenny. How are you guys doing tonight?
We are so flattered that we could accept you into our family as a true blue Wilkins.
I'm going to do the family name proud. I'm not going to creep on any little kids. I'm not going to strangle you at any point.
Oh, thank God. Because, you know, that's a serious ass whooping waiting to happen. I got so much pent-up anger. I'm good to hook. Let's do this.
Yeah, and sadly, Kate won't expose herself to everybody, so.
I will not do that, no. Do you know that Chance did that? I hosted him on a stream once, and he exposed his nether region 8 times. 8 times.
He certainly did.
That is so senseless.
If you have no other ammunition to try to go at somebody, that's all you got, then you're kind of creeping the bottom of the barrel, man. I'm sorry.
By the way, I want to point out to you, Kate, you know, Gordy's Halloween costume, we decided to come in full effect.
I've got my drip.
Pocket bling.
Oh, nice.
He's ready.
My drip.
So that puts me on Front Street. I can't lie.
That's what we're screaming, man.
Yeah.
Up on Kate's merch. That's part of the adoption deal.
Yeah.
We're all set tripping.
I have to sell Hot Pocket but necklaces. But that's fine. It's worth it. Right. It's worth it to be the favorite stepchild.
You are. You're the only favorite stepchild. And Lottie.
So you raised Chance during his formative years, right? What was that like? What was Chance like as a child?
As a child, he was slow. You know, I mean, he was slower.
Ooh, thank
you. Good God Almighty. He was slower than most. You could tell that he had developmental issues. Okay. He wanted to be an athlete. Well, there wasn't going to be any way for that. You know, I mean, he just didn't. He had the heart, but that was all he had. You know.
He also had the shoulders of a trout, and that's probably hard to get.
Yeah. So when he says that he was such a good baseball player that he could have gone professional, that's not accurate.
Ooh.
I don't see that. I don't see that.
That's pulling at the truth. I've seen him in person, and
you know, if he was that good, he would have done it. You know, he wouldn't have. Unless he would have blown out a knee or an elbow or a shoulder or something.
He doesn't have knees, son. It's a straight, one bone leg.
That's true.
One bone leg.
But you know what I'm saying? He couldn't.
Did he play Little League?
No. Not that I remember.
So he didn't play Little League.
No.
So
Now,
when did you start seeing like?
wait a minute, Kate. I take that back. He may have after I was out of the picture, which was probably like 8 or 9, when I was pretty much completely out of the picture. So after 8, 9, up until then, I don't know, for sure, but I don't remember anything, as far as him with baseball.
Seriously?
Yeah. Well. Oops.
So no baseball. So you were out of the picture at 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Was
totally.
it stressful? Was it stressful living with young Cyraxx?
Yeah, but well, fortunately, a lot of his life when he was young, I was out more than I was in, because I was in the field. I was, whenever, with my job in the military, and I'd come home for like a week out of the month or something like that. I'd be home all the time, but other than that, I was pretty much gone.
Okay, all right. So, I mean, did you see any issues with him young? Like any red flags? Was there any like animal abuse, or did he ever try to shoot you?
No, not that I can recall. Not that I can recall as far as animals or anything like that.
Just fear leaving him alone.
But I know his. He had. You could tell he kind of had some anger issues when he was younger. As far as, but to me, it didn't seem any different. As far as most kids. Most kids a lot of times they want to throw tantrums and they want to do whatever. But I didn't see anything that was extremely out of the ordinary. Okay.
I'm not buying the anger issues thing. I think you're lying.
Okay.
You seem pretty even tempered to me, sir.
Yeah. I mean, well, everybody has a different level, man. So
I would have found the issue the minute he popped out, but that's just me.
Did he start rapping early? Was that something that he?
No, not that I know.
That was later.
Yeah, this had to have been later. I was in the picture before the electronics age was really kicking off. I mean,
we remember pagers.
Yeah, I'm like,
I do too.
Yes. Yeah, I'm like a Nintendo type guy, man. I mean, come on,
And we're not. Don't get that version.
Did he have a lot of friends growing up?
No
friends.
No. He didn't have a lot of friends. He was basically in the house, under mama's wing most of the time. I think
surprise.
Yeah, and other than that, no.
What were his grades like?
Tell you the truth, I don't know.
He didn't graduate high school.
Well, I mean, I don't know what his grades were like.
But he didn't graduate high school. We know that to be a fact. Yeah. And then, I mean, we seen somewhere where it was written that he didn't graduate because he didn't have a 4.0 in the school district.
His claim to fame was, as far as that goes, was, well, I didn't get I didn't graduate high school because in high school you got to have 4.0. Okay, wow. I've never been to any school in my life where you couldn't graduate with under a 4.0. Yeah, man. Most of them you can graduate with a 1.0.
Yeah. Right.
He also claimed that he didn't graduate because the school district was racist and wouldn't graduate him because he was white.
Yeah, I did see that. I did see that. William.
I don't know. I don't know where he was going to school at when he was going through high school. I don't even have a clue.
But when he said that it was a procured selection, I was like, really? That's what I said. I thought, really? He said, wow. He said only the school board can pick who can graduate based on that. I shit you not. I shit you not. Did he not, William? Kate, weigh in on that.
Well, he said at one point that he was too ugly to graduate. He said that the principal was racist towards him. I think he said other times that he did graduate. He said that he did.
They were probably heightists too, I guess.
Yeah.
Too short to. I have a question for you. Did he get into his kung fu early, or was that also something he developed later, like jump kicking all over the place?
No, I think he may have got into it probably maybe when he was 9, 10, 11 when they moved to Florida. I know he was into skateboarding and BMX bicycles,
I think
you know,
need to explain
and
how
stuff like
he
that.
ended up here in
That-
Florida.
You know, no, if they want to ask the question, they can ask the
There
question.
it is. I put it out there and plant that seed. You will
You
Well,
know?
how Sally moved him to Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the deal with that?
Okay. Well,
There you go.
when
Thanks,
okay.
Kate. Oh, it's
I-
classic. It's just
me and her,
most
we
ridiculous.
separated, and I think she was in Washington, and she left. I retired, had met my next wife,
his late wife.
my next wife, but and then I came down here, moved down here, me and my wife, and it was maybe a couple of years later. I got down here in 2000, right at the beginning of 2000, January, February-ish. And it was like 2002, she moved down here. And it was like, well, I want him, I want him to be closer to his dad. And I'm like, okay, how long are we going to live this lie? You know, the kid's 9 years old, man, 10 years old. Okay. I'm not his dad, So it was around Christmas time or whatever. And some shit went down. And I basically told her, I said, hey, you know what? We need to tell the kid the truth, man. We need to tell the kid the truth about where he's from.
So he didn't know he was adopted.
No, for up until maybe 8-9 years, he actually, he believed that I was his father, that I was his dad. And it was kind of, people might want to call me an asshole because I busted his bubble or whatever, but, sorry, I'm not going to live a lie.
Y'all don't live a thing a lie.
I don't live a lie, man.
He didn't clue in when he realized he was the only one with gills.
Yeah. I didn't say all that, but you did. And yeah, we know this.
I didn't say that. Oh, hell.
And here I go rubbing my head. It's early.
Yeah, I used to have hair till all this shit started, man, last week, man. And I've rubbed my head so much, all my fucking hair's gone, man.
So what was your impression of his father, of Rupal? Or I'm sorry, but is it his biological mother now? I'm not sure what to call it.
Yeah, Rupal is his biological father.
What was our response to that? Well,
but wait a minute, what was your question again?
What was your impression of Rupal?
Then or now?
Then.
Well, we'll start then, yeah.
Then?
both.
Okay. Then when him and Connie, it was before they got married, and I believe Connie was pregnant at the time. I actually officiated their wedding in Alaska. Okay, so you all can blame me for the start of this shit.
God bless you.
I don't care. I'll take blame. I got good shoulders, man.
Look at all these people's lives you've affected indirectly. How many years
I could have stopped it, but no,
Yes.
she was pregnant anyway. But anyhow,
Well, still.
He was very, very, very immature. Okay. He was immature for his age. And Sally was, or not Sally, Connie was slow. She was developmentally slow herself. And I think he had enough sense that he kind of manipulated her, and I'm going to say it. I believe that he manipulated her, and he claims that she was the love of his life and all this other stuff. Well, if she's the love of your life, then why do you go rape somebody on a bike trail? Okay. I'm with the love of my life right here, and I have no desires to go rape anybody on no bike trail.
Yeah, if you did, make sure they can pay your bills.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. But he was kind of I don't know, man. He was kind of strange. His just his ways of thinking and his values and morals and whatever, and he can blast me, he can do whatever the hell he wants to. I really don't care.
Wave at him too.
Yeah. I didn't spend 20 years of my life, fighting for a honey bun.
Right.
And that's facts.
Did anyone object to the marriage, knowing that Connie was, delayed and?
No, because we were the only ones there. Well, not our family, but Sally's family was the only ones there.
Okay.
We got married in our living room. And it was, and the address was 280.
They're not talking about you and
wait a
Sally.
minute. Yes.
They're talking about Rupal and Connie. They got married in your living room?
What did I just say?
I'm just asking.
Okay.
Clarification.
I'm not echoing.
Clarification.
I'm not echoing.
Let's be clear.
Yeah, and if you all want to look it up, I don't care. The actual address was 280 Skyhaven Circle, Anchorage, Alaska.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they got married in the living room. Okay. And then they shortly thereafter, they had Chance, right?
No, they had Buddy. They
had
had
Buddy. Okay.
They had Chance's older biological brother.
Okay.
And I'm going to throw this out there, and I know people are going to do whatever they want to do. Please, in no way, shape, or form, try to track this kid down.
Sure.
This kid missed the biggest bullet in the world.
Please.
Do not drag him into this fucking shit show.
Yeah, no.
I'm
he
I'm
might
asking.
Have a great life.
People may like me, dislike me, whatever. I don't care. But don't drag this kid into this fucking shit show.
No.
He don't deserve it.
No, he's probably got a great life and he deserves to keep it.
I hope he's doing fantastic, whatever he's doing.
So how much older is Buddy than Chance?
I'm going to go out on a limb and maybe 13 months.
I was saying, not even that much.
13 months, something like that. If it's even, something like that. No, it may not even be that long.
No, I don't think it is.
Yeah, because Buddy was born, and then she was pregnant like maybe a month or two after Buddy was born, and then Chance was born early.
Yeah, that's a classic Smith family move.
Right? Yeah, it sounds like it, don't it, man? Looking at the history and everything else,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, from what I'm digging now, because I never really, when me and Sally got together, it was kind of like, you know what? I really don't care about your past. I don't care about what you've done in the past. Your relationships, all that crap. I didn't care because to me, hey, you know what? It's in the past. It's over.
There we go.
For clean slate. So. But man, I should have done some research. Jesus.
Yeah. Hindsight's 2020, right?
Yeah.
But so they have Chance.
Go ahead.
They have
I'm
Chance.
sorry. Yes.
After they have Chance, obviously Connie passed away and Rupel went to prison.
Well, they never had any oh God, what I got baked before I got on here, so if
that's all right, dude.
All right, if I forget words, man, I'm 65. I'm old. I'm allowed to forget stuff, but they never had custody of Chance whatsoever.
I heard that, babe.
Buddy and Connie, Rupel and Connie. They had nothing with him because as soon as he was born, social services came in and stepped into the way. And they weren't allowed to have no contact with him, nothing.
And why was that?
Because social services had came in and took Chance's brother from them.
Yeah.
And Rupel's thinking was, well, fuck it. You took this one. I'll just have another one. And that's why she got pregnant so quick.
What was the grounds for taking the first one?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure because they were kind of in and out of our life, so we really didn't know where he was. He was like down in Kenai, or they were somewhere else in Alaska, and so back then you didn't have internet, you didn't have, all this crap that we got nowadays.
Yeah.
You had a telephone and that was it. You didn't even have a cell phone,
Interesting. So, you guys had Chance right off the bat then. How was Sally with Chance when he was a kid?
Very, very, very protective. I'm surprised she didn't put him in a freaking bubble. I'm very surprised she didn't put him in a bubble. I think, she protected him, but I believe she protected him too much. And now this is the product of the demise. I'm just throwing it out there.
Let's see. I got some other questions that people had sent me in.
Oh, I'm sure my phone and everything's been blowing up for the last week. Yeah.
So, oh, this is a good one. Where does his racial hate speech come from? Did he get it from?
He didn't get
Sally?
it from himself.
No, I don't know. That I don't know.
No.
You know, no, he was never like that around me. I wouldn't have tolerated it.
No.
He'd have been, he'd be wearing a better grill than what he's got now, because I'd have busted his, I'd have backhanded him, man.
And it drives us crazy, because every time we hear him even attempt to sing,
start slinging the N-word and everything else
he
around.
starts slinging it around. It's like,
little man, you know.
It's I can't even say it's pathetic. It's just disheartening, because he's
Sorry, go ahead. Did he ever get bullied a lot as a child, or did he ever get in a lot of fights?
Okay, come on, William. I mean, you know, you went to school. All of us went to school.
Outside of the average, you know, classroom crap, but
no,
he makes it out like his entire life he's been picked on to where he's wanted to end his life every day, and you know, it makes it out to be this horrible existence.
Yeah, I mean, he probably has been, you know, bullied quite a bit. And I you know, that might have been why Sally kind of like kept him
in a bubble.
Yeah, in a bubble or whatever, you know, so to speak, because she didn't want to see him get bullied, you know.
But she didn't do him any favors.
But,
I mean,
you know, I mean, here and there, I mean, it's I don't know, you know. I mean, he's and you all gonna have to pardon me, man. I mean, I'm still wrapping my head around this stuff, man. You guys been dealing with this shit for years, man. It's like all of a sudden I get all this stuff that you guys have accumulated in 9 years or whatever, and I get it dumped in my lap, and it's like, oh fuck.
Well, and believe me, we've watched a lot of videos. Blessed, and it just gets more outrageous every time we see another one. And
I'm sorry, I got off track. What was your question there again, William?
No, that was it. You answered it.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No, don't be. It's all good.
He sounds like he's cutting a wrestling promo quite often when he gets upset. Sounds like some 1980s WWF kind of action going on. Was that part of his childhood? Was he big on wrestling?
Yeah, I remember him watching wrestling.
Watching, not acting.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean,
I'm not doing.
You know, all kids, man, when they watch the wrestling, everybody wants to try to imitate it, man. Everybody does.
He still does to this day.
Yeah, as a kid. Well, that just shows his mental capacity. You know, he hasn't grown out of that stage yet. You know, I mean, come on. You know, it's all acting. Everybody does. So, you know, I mean,
I think he has selective learning. You know, I really do.
Well, yeah, just like selective listening. You know.
Here's a question, Gordon. Did you ever beat Chance? He claims you did often.
No, I didn't beat him often, but yeah, did I bust his ass? Yeah, I busted his ass. I'll be the first one to say, yeah, I busted his ass.
But of course, people nowadays, they don't understand the idea of getting a whooping, you know, 30 years ago and then getting a whooping now.
There's a difference. To me, there's a difference between punishment and abuse.
Absolutely.
You know, I don't think anybody ever got hurt from a good ass whipping.
Hi, Debbie.
You know,
he also claimed that you starved him. Is there any veracity?
For the love of Christ!
Oh, by the way, I have a picture to send to you, Kate. You're gonna love it.
Okay, we starved him.
Hey, you ready for this?
And go along with that, he also said that when he came down here, the only thing in my refrigerator were 2 beers and half a sandwich.
Sandwich.
Okay.
That was interesting to see.
In my lifetime, even when I was homeless, and I was homeless for a short time.
After graduation of high school.
Yeah, between graduation and going into the military. But even when I lived in the barracks as a private, there is no time in my life that I ever had a refrigerator that only had 2 beers and a sandwich.
No.
Okay. I've never had it to where my refrigerator has ever been empty. Never.
Right.
And I was still that way. Now, there's food in the house, and you know what?
You're on your phone. Where's your phone?
And they might have said, you know, I starved him. I don't see how, because I mean, we cooked every night, and to go back to last week when I made a statement, and I'm retracting that statement and re-clarifying. He was with us for a week.
Yeah, we looked it up on the.
We looked it up. You know. I don't believe in going into a lot of shit half-cocked. So looked into
we
our
have
bank
that
statements and
dates.
everything else.
Absolutely.
And he was here on a Sunday, and I threw him out of the house the following Sunday.
Yep.
So he was here for a full week.
He visited you for a full week.
Yeah. So anybody that, from the last conversation you heard of mine, I'm correcting myself. I was wrong. He was here for a full week.
Here a week.
Did
Go ahead.
Did Chance ever show any signs that he might have some homosexual tendencies when he was a child?
No, not really. I mean, because like I said, he never had a lot of. I don't remember a lot of kids like coming over to the house and playing, or him going to other kids' house and playing and stuff like that. Even when we lived on post, when he got old enough, when we lived in on post housing, I mean, there wasn't a lot of, because I was in senior NCO quarters. So most of the soldiers in that area were 30s, 40s. So most of their kids were older than Chance. So there were very few, kids his age, but I still don't remember him playing anybody outside or anything like that.
So he was just alone, sort of?
Yeah, he's kind of a loner, and a lot, for the most part, when he was growing up, TV was probably his big babysitter.
Sally made him gay.
Okay, so I'm seeing a full refrigerator here. Yeah.
You seeing that?
Yeah,
I'm seeing a full refrigerator. I've been provided some photos of a full refrigerator.
Yeah, and I have a deep freeze.
Yeah, half a watermelon in there.
A liquor cabinet and a wine chiller. So okay. So,
did he always struggle with his hygiene, or is that something that kind of deteriorated as he got older?
That's a great question.
When he was younger, he was made to bathe regularly. He took, I mean, it was the typical kid shit, hey, 7:30, go take your bath. It's time for bed. Go take your bath. Time for bed.
I could see you doing that religiously.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean,
absolutely.
But when he, as he got older, I don't know. I mean, whenever he would come, and there was just a few weekends that I got him when they were down here in Florida, he was made to take a bath every time he was with me.
Did you make sure he brushed his teeth?
No, hell no. A kid 15, 16 years old, I ain't standing to make you wash your breath.
I'm not asking about you. God knows you wouldn't do it.
I don't care if you brush your teeth or not.
Speaking of teeth, how come Chance's teeth have never been fixed up to the 9 years that you had possession of him? Did Sally forbid that?
Yeah, let's not use the word possession.
That's
a bad word, William.
Because most of his life when he was with me, he was young, so he had a lot of baby teeth.
But you knew that was a messed up girl going in. You had to have known that.
But they wouldn't work on his teeth because of the fact that they were young. Because it's all going to come out anyway.
So they thought.
Well, eventually they will.
And don't even give him the inclination that he can blame a dentist for that fucked up girl.
He went to a
cut rate. Saying.
He went to a cut rate.
Just saying.
Yeah, the multiple rows of teeth. I don't think that was the fault of a dentist. No.
And I'm not even buying the bullshit story about baby teeth. Because those teeth, come on.
As far as I know, man.
Really?
I mean, that's as far as I know. I'm being honest with you guys.
But
what I don't know, I'll give you my opinion.
Sure.
But the facts, I'll tell you now. This is what happened.
So, how's his relationship with his brother, Uncle Bill?
How was my relationship with Bill?
Yeah, we can start with that. How was yours? What do you think about that?
I tolerated him.
I thought Kate said, "What is it?" I
No,
I figured it doesn't exist anymore. Obviously.
Yeah, no, I tolerated him.
So how old was he when you came in the picture?
Oh, Jesus Christ! How old Bill was?
He was born in 1967, so.
Oh, so it would have been 56. So.
No, I'm trying to think. We were in.
He'd have been in his 30s, right?
Yeah, we were in Louisiana. Yeah. We were in Louisiana. I got to Louisiana in
I think it was
93.
Yeah.
Okay, so he was an adult.
Yeah,
He was. Oh yeah. He'd already been voted Miss Gay Portland, man.
Absolutely. Loud and proud.
Do you have any photos of that, by the way?
No, I don't. There used
sure
to be
you
a
can find
video.
one.
There was a video, but this was back during the
VHS.
Yeah, VHS. Okay. That was back in those days. So I doubt if that's even floating around because, there was no digital back then.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was Miss Gay Portland. His favorite song was
I Will Survive.
No.
No.
I want to dance with somebody.
Oh, that's Whitney.
Whitney.
Don't
That was
go
his
in
favorite.
line.
That was his favorite song, man. He used to dance the stage on that one.
And did he live with you, or did he live on his
Yes.
own?
Yes.
He did live with
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Not long.
Not long.
Was he a decent guy?
He was decent, but he was
Excuse me.
he was lazy, self-centered. Not
Okay.
not self-centered, but he was a flamer, so it was kind of like he was full of himself. Let's just put it that way. He was full of himself. So yeah. When did Chance begin to lose his hair? I have no idea.
It had to be
Was there an inkling like early on? Did he have that goose down on his head? There's something off about him?
No. I mean, if you look at the younger pictures that he had, he had hair, and when it got combed over, it looked somewhat normal. He looked normal as far as the hair wise.
But the hair, everything else was maybe possibly a little left of center.
No, I mean, he did look somewhat normal, but then I think as time grew, it just got worse.
Right.
Which age does all of us that way.
Except
Not
me.
your wife. Not your wife.
I was going to say not me or your daughter.
Yes.
Just
Yeah. Well,
look
damn
what
it.
happened.
I'm sorry. You got to get used to it. I'm not used to having that many family members. Man.
It's going to be child abuse.
So when did the music start?
Music started, I'm going to have to say when he was in his teens, because I can remember him talking about, he wanted to be a rapper or whatever, and it's kind of like, no, dude, that ain't gonna work. I don't think that's going to work out, and then when he came down in 2014, that's when he was really starting to go kind of full bore from what it was, almost like he was getting off on the ground floor. You know what I mean? He was wanting, from what he was describing to us, as he was wanting to do this and this and this and this. And it's kind of like, man, you need to do something, something besides do something that you're going to be able to support yourself, and then use your rapping and all that as a hobby. And then once it starts making more money, guess what? You got a new job, man. It's common sense.
Yeah. Now, there's the oxymoron.
Yeah.
Did he ever express any interest in actually getting like a job, like even part-time in high school, or?
No, not that I know of. No.
Worst chance moment, please and thank you, from George Lucas.
Worst chance moment.
Thanks for donating to the channel.
Probably just him throwing his little fits. When he'd go off his little tangent, and like most kids do. I really didn't have a whole lot of bad moments with him. Real bad as far as where he's at now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have tolerated it. It wouldn't have got this far if I'd have been in his, well, I probably wouldn't have. No, it wouldn't have got this far.
Oh, I can guarantee you wouldn't
have. No, I'd have been in jail.
Did you get that impression?
I'd have been in jail.
100%.
Okay.
I would have. I'd have been in jail for assault, or beating a child. Who is a 20-year-old hanging on Mrs. This would be my lovely wife, and this would be my lovely life.
And this is my lovely house.
When little Chance was under your ward there, was he ever diagnosed with any medical problems?
Okay, I've seen that. Yeah.
As far as medical, yeah. If I believe that he was.
Was he diagnosed with fetal alcohol syndrome?
No.
No.
Just
checking. That was a question I had come my way.
No, Connie was not a drinker.
That's an interesting concept.
When
married to
he was born with one kidney, and his lungs. It took him a while to develop, but they did fully develop. Okay, he was on oxygen for probably about 6 months, 7 months after he came out of the hospital. So, but as far as that is the only medical stuff that I know of. Now, psychological, I don't think so. I don't think he's ever been to a doctor or a psychologist or any of that. No.
Was Connie motherly?
Was who?
Connie. Motherly?
I really can't answer. I really can't answer that truthfully because I never saw whenever she was around us, which I think might have been once or twice with Buddy. And it may have been even more times, but I don't really recall exactly. But she seemed like, yeah, she was taking care of Buddy, but then that was just like a day or whatever at our house. And then what happened after that, I don't know, but
living with Rukel must have been pretty awful,
Yeah. And, obviously something happened because DCF stepped in and took Buddy, and why they took him, I don't know,
Okay. I got to read you guys something pretty entertaining. I've been getting messages for 2 days
from Chance.
No, God, no. Really? No. Just the thought of that made me puke in my mouth a little bit, Kate.
Well, he's been saying that he's going to put you in your place. I believe this was the live stream that was going to jolt him into action. If you went on one more live stream, that he was going to give you a piece of his mind.
Oh, thank God, Greyhound. Just a piece?
Oh, just a piece? Well, we ain't got to take much.
He's too scared. He would never come up here. He would never come up here with all these people on there. Especially William, Kate, you guys, it wouldn't happen.
He's only got two brain cells and they're fighting each other. So, he don't have a whole lot of mind to give.
But, and I
my first
Chase
acceleration.
Stage.
Arson syndrome. That's it. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Or the Smith syndrome. Yeah, I would go probably more toward the Smith syndrome as far as some of the weirdness.
Yeah, because they got a lineage that won't quit.
Wow. There are a whole lot of winners coming out of that Smith family.
Yeah, right. So anyway, I've been getting blown up on my phone by one of his exes. Yeah, this is
which
good.
one is that?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Sandwich Simon.
And apparently she's not against him now. Imagine that.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Which ex is this?
Not an ex.
Yeah, it's an ex.
Yeah, no, it ain't.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna get
I'm not even going to this is a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
Somebody asked the question down there and said, how did I deal with the smell? I didn't, because when I was in the picture, he washed his ass. He washed his ass. You're not, no. And if any of these people on any of these panels or whatever, if you come to my house, you're going to wash your ass, or you're not going to stay in my house very long. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is.
You had options.
Next question.
Yeah. So when Chance came to visit you, he gave us all quite the story about what happened.
Okay.
So yeah, he said that he went to a concert. Is that true? That he went?
And the shit show begins.
He did what?
Yeah.
He went to a concert.
Hey, I actually have I have that live stream on that video I sent you. I
Oh,
chopped it up a
let's
little
do
bit.
that. That's brilliant,
Yeah.
actually. I didn't realize.
Oh
you
yeah,
said-
because we haven't seen it yet. We've been
Okay,
looking
yeah,
for
some-
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, hold on a
We'll
second.
address that after the fact because that's
No,
another
yeah, that's
subject. Go ahead.
Dysentery. Yeah, I'll answer your question as soon as we get through this.
Dinah.
Remind me.
Yeah, we'll keep that up. So I actually have.
Yeah, that's a great question.
I have an 11-minute or about a 13-minute video that Southern was nice enough to present for
Who-
us.
Through together, please. Through together. So sorry about that, but
You throwed it. At least you didn't throw it.
I throwed it.
We love you, Southern. We love you.
I love you too, Miss Jen. I love you too, girl.
We can watch this
We'll talk about your
together.
adoption papers here in a
Yeah.
second.
They all should be coming in the mail.
I was actually forced to give up my dreams of doing professional baseball at a young age. I've had professional recruiters from a kid up until now telling me I need to be doing this. Like, as a young kid growing up, I had coaches and everybody telling me I've got this talent for doing baseball, and I still have it. I get told, and this is completely true, this is exactly what they say to me.
What in these
To the
same
T.
fuck?
And they always tell me, they're like, dude, you're 26. Yes, you're a little bit old to be recruited, but you've got the skill of a young player who's just as good as these major league guys. I get told that every time. Playing baseball is all I've ever wanted to do with my life. I never really wanted to do music. The reason why I took on music was because really, what else could I do? I definitely would like to play again. Like, I really would. Because baseball's,
Literally.
that's like my whole world right there. Like, the guy was so humble and so giving, and I can honestly say, like,
He's talking about Lincoln Park right
looking
now.
back
guys.
now, I feel very fortunate for the fact that I did actually get to see them back in 2014, man. Like, I just feel so fortunate that I did actually get to see them
You
in
bitch.
concert
You
when
took
they
him
were
to
down
the
in Florida at the
We
time.
found
You bitch without me.
And I actually just happened to go there
Son of a bitch.
with my dad, and I got to see them. And
I just can't. I just can't.
They're right there. Is that true? Did you take him to see Lincoln
No,
Park?
ma'am. No,
No.
ma'am. I've
No.
never been to a Lincoln Park concert.
No.
Come
By
on,
the way,
you're a
for
closet
good med-
fan now.
for good measure, I checked, and Lincoln Park, they were on tour at that time in 2014. However, they weren't in Florida. They were on the European leg of their tour in November 14th, I think 16th and 17th. That's when he came to stay with you, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, they were on there. They were in Germany, and I think maybe Amsterdam on those days.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, I forgot. Yeah, I flew.
Yeah, we flew him there.
We flew
Right.
to Amsterdam,
That's how that went.
and I
down.
Yeah.
dropped off the concert. And I went and hung out at the coffee house, man.
You took the private jet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then of course we had to do what we've been
Oh my
told we've
God!
done.
Really? Oh
Yeah.
my
God,
God!
Kid lies about the dumbest things. It's insane.
Oh,
That,
So
that's
this-
off the chain.
This is a lie, then. Okay. So
oh
we've,
yes.
we've
yes.
established this. All right. This is a
Yes,
lie.
bold face.
Oh yeah. We got a couple more. We got a list actually.
And when he said on the beginning of this clip about
Mhm.
him with playing baseball and all that stuff, I do remember, and a lot of this stuff, man, it keeps
the
hitting
memories.
bells. The memories,
Uh,
I mean, a lot of shit that I've forgotten.
memories.
Yeah,
Like the corner of your mind.
he wasn't allowed to play ball because he only had one kidney. Sally
Ah.
wouldn't let him play ball.
Like the corner
He accused me
of
of
your
hinking his face.
Did he lie when he was a kid too, or is this something that he grew into?
That had been something he grew into, because if he would lie to me, I wouldn't tolerate it.
All right.
I'm-
Yeah.
Out of
But he was 9 at that point. I mean,
yeah, he was only
wasn't-
like 8 or 9. You know,
he wasn't molded into the.
no, I had the fear of God in him when I was
Eraser.
around.
When he was a little kid, did you ever have to tell him to go to his room?
Oh yeah, we'd put his ass in timeout, whatever, you know.
That's one of my favorite things to do is to tell him to go to his room.
Right. Right.
Well, you should be well trained, man.
You know, since you brought it up,
I-
Willie,
Go ahead.
Sorry about that.
I said, William, since you brought it up, you know, me and Gordy were sitting the other morning and we were having coffee, and it dawned on him and it dawned on me, what is asshat? Can't say that name. Damn it. But what is his biggest fear? And, you know, we've been talking about this through Facebook and everything and whatnot. And me and Gordy, hence we're having this full-blown conversation. And he looks at me and he says, do you remember when he freaked the fuck out over the butterflies? And I was like, oh my God, I do. So tell the story.
Oh, yeah. When he was little, man, he was terrified of butterflies, man.
He still is. When
Butterflies scared the dog shit out of him.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Worse than a hornet's nest.
I mean, he does the whole girl act.
Oh, yeah.
Kung fu.
Butterfly chase him, man. I mean, dude, man, it was like, stop, drop,
That's
roll,
amazing.
stop,
That's
drop, and roll,
amazing.
man. Yeah, stop, drop, and roll. You're a
That's
badass.
amazing.
Right?
What was that?
Wow.
It was that gunshot that hit the window that ended up as mice traps. So.
Yeah, what was that?
I guess we all know what to send them now in the mail.
That's
Box full of
Oh,
butterflies.
wow. You can do that too. That's what's so crazy.
Yeah.
You can do that too.
Oh, yeah.
Butterflies are beautiful. I don't
I
understand.
know.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just got
They're
a
gorgeous.
Sunday cake the other day, and I was like, "Oh, that's such a cool thing." Hence, the butterflies when they pop in your face, you're like, "Really?" It scares the piss out of you.
Oh, yeah.
It does. And I've got a coupon for 20% off. I'm not instigating nobody saying no shit, but I do have a coupon code.
Not scared of no man, but
Oh, yeah.
those butterflies.
Yeah.
But by God, a
Yeah.
butterfly will take him to his knees.
What's funny is his Heather, the one that died, one of her screen names for a long time, she had several, Sapphire Envy, Karma, but she went by Butterfly Love for a really long time too.
Wow.
All right, we could continue with this video. I guess there's a lot of lies in here.
Oh, yeah. I got a whole book of them, Kate. I'm not kidding you. I made a list.
Oh, yeah, we made a list, man.
Where do you want to
I
start?
can genuinely
No, let them.
say, man, those guys put on such an amazing show. Like, there was a show that they did down in Florida, like I said, the one that I went to, where somebody started to pass out, and they literally stopped the whole show to make sure that person was okay.
Really?
Oh, here's a good one.
You want to cut up so bad.
I got this from Classic Games Canada, by the way.
Hollywood. I'm sure they can get you a gig doing an extra in a movie or something. Just
What the fuck
saying.
is that on his arm?
Hell, if you need, I can hook you up with our friend of the family who just happens to be a fucking actor.
What?
I can hook you up with my friend of
Bo
the family,
Bridges.
Bo Bridges, who's pretty much like my fucking uncle because I've known him since I was 10. I can hook you up with them. They can give you
No
lessons.
shit.
I can hit them up on fucking Twitter right now and be like, yo.
Well, this picture
motherfucker
right
over
here,
with Lou.
this was the screenshot that Chance tried to
Thank you.
prove that he spoke to Bo Bridges. It had the little
I do want to give
screen time over the bottom. It was supposed to be like a FaceTime, but it wasn't.
Shout out. And yes, I said they're like my uncles because they pretty much are my uncles.
This has
I've
to be
known them
true.
since
I think
was
Southern's
10.
trolling.
The family.
Gotcha, bitch.
So,
Gotcha.
He's delusional,
love you,
man.
Uncle Bo. Love you, Uncle Jeff. Can't wait to see you guys. So, like I said, Blue, if you need
Did he say
fucking
boo or
acting
blue?
advice, I can hook you up.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
So, how close was Bo Bridges with your family?
How far?
Yeah,
How far?
yeah, not even close. Not even close.
He was never in my
I mean,
family reunions.
he's not
man.
even like 16 cousin removed, right?
No,
Okay,
hell
just
no.
checking.
He ain't even close. And I know I know even if he was related to the other two sides, the Arnsons and the Smiths, I know that he wouldn't get within 1,000,000 miles of that, man. So
shit, no. He'd be on the
he'd
other
run.
continent.
He'd run as far away from that as he could.
Yeah, no.
So Sally never ever mentioned that they were related to the Bridge brothers at all. That was not a thing.
No,
They are not.
no.
Good
So
God.
that first picture that was put up with I think it's Bo Bridges, and he's doing the peace sign and waving, and down in the corner you see Chance. When everybody called Chance out for that, this was a couple years ago, everybody called Chance out for that. That was the picture he circulated to try to prove that he knew that, look, I was on FaceTime with him. Well, a simple Google search, that's absolutely from some kind of photo shoot he did. So
this story just gets creepier and
Oh,
creepier.
wow.
right.
Damn.
Shit, maybe we should like troll Bo Bridges.
I should have had his ass in the military, man, because he can dig holes quick.
Yeah, no shit.
Deep holes, man.
Whew.
All right. Next one. What's the next one?
That one is oh
God.
I don't see.
No,
Cyraxx.
Sheesh, hush.
Today I actually wanted to talk about something very serious. Actually, I actually have a message for my ex-dad and basically anybody that's been trying to stop me over the last since day one.
Oh, that's a good
And you
one.
guys are probably thinking, yo, like, what does your dad have to do with this shit? Like,
Right?
what's the deal? Like, what does your old man have to do with it?
He's just
Like, and why do you say ex-dad? Well, let me invite you fuckers all up in here and I'll explain. Let me take you guys back to 2014.
anything to get a view.
Oh,
Year before my brother passed. It was November 14th of 2014. I went down to go visit my dad because I ain't seen him in several years.
Yes.
When I get down there, we did some catching up and whatnot.
Hostage.
Because it had been like 7 years since I had seen him.
He looks like an Iraqi
But,
hostage.
we caught up, hung out and stuff. But what does this man decide to do when I get down there? This man decides to ruin me.
Oh, do tell. Please
By
tell.
tricking me into drinking when I have not touched a drop of any alcohol or any drugs
Dare
in my
you.
entire fucking life. But what does this man do? Not only does he trick me into drinking, this man leaves me outside in the dead of cold at night because of a fucking argument for 2 to 3 hours straight.
What the hell you paid?
And not only that, a very special shirt that my brother gave me before I went down there got ruined. So I have something to say to him.
Oh, bitch, tell us how it got ruined.
Please say it.
My ex-dad, I don't know how the fuck you got my Google Voice, nor do I fucking care how you got it.
What'd he
But I
say?
heard what you said.
Did
I
you
don't know
hear me?
when you sent it, but I just got it this morning. And to what you said to me, I want to say fuck you.
Yes,
And
women.
fuck everything you're about.
Cool.
I take one look at you, and I see a drunk piece of shit who's a shell of his former self. I got your message.
Mm-hmm.
I got your
To give up
messages.
with music and to get a real fucking job.
So did
what?
you ever send him a message like that on Google Voice?
No.
Or was this a reason
No,
to do a despite it all, I'm going to triumph video that he always, he does these all the time. And that's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah, no, I have never.
One phone call made after he walked out.
Yeah,
the door.
so pretty much what he's saying is he doesn't know when you sent it, but there was a Google Voice voicemail left from you that you said to him, give up on your dreams. You're never, ever going to be anything. You're never going to this. You're never going to that. That's what, this is him telling you. Fuck you.
That's a bold-faced lie. I have never.
Sure.
I have never sent him a message.
No, I don't
I
even
have
think he
never
ever sent
left a
text
message on his phone.
No.
Right. Well,
Never.
side note, you guys watch how fucked up he is in
Oh,
this
yeah.
video.
Right.
And he, while he's talking about how he's never done drugs and never will, watch him. He is blasted in this video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He looks like he comes off of Kensington Avenue in Philly, man.
I got love for PA, man. Pittsburgh girl.
phew, come on.
However,
Did you force him to drink before or after the concert?
It was actually during.
Yeah, it was
During.
And
Perfect.
not going to the airplane that they almost died from.
Yeah.
You know.
So he brings up the week in Florida, obviously, and says that you threw him out in the cold and ruined his shirt. What was the real? What was that week like? How was that?
There's more. There's definitely more. He says that's just crazy.
Oh, I should play it. I should play it through. Okay.
Yeah, play it through,
play
and then because y'all are gonna love this.
All of this
Oh,
because I'm
got
sure
all
once
this.
it starts going, it's poof.
Fuck you, motherfucker.
Okay.
I'll give you the fact that you do work a normal job. I'll give you that. But one thing you don't realize, motherfucker, one thing you don't fucking realize is the fact that I never once had the luxury of working a real job. Why? Because Phil got sick and fucking died a year after I went to see your sorry ass.
That kept you from getting a
And
job?
two, Mom got hit by a car about 4 years ago and can't do much.
And that's whose fault. Why?
Okay.
That's what he said to us, right?
So I'm sorry to tell you, old man. But I don't
Look
have
at
the
that look.
luxury of working a real job. So you know what? My music is all I fucking got, motherfucker.
You ain't
Guess
got
what,
that.
motherfucker?
Yeah.
A real man is not what you are. You're
I
a
want to
piece
cover
of
that
shit.
581 he got.
Yeah.
And you want to know why?
Send it to
Why?
me
When I
pennies.
was a kid, you not only abandoned Mom, but you abandoned me. You abandoned your fucking family.
Yep. No, you weren't my
And
family.
you wonder why I didn't want to move in with you.
I never.
When I came down
What?
to visit,
I knew you were gonna love that. I knew you were gonna love
the
that.
exact
What?
reason is because of the drugs.
No,
that you did,
no, no.
the
It would have been
alcohol, this
that would have been a cold day in hell.
Not my household.
Nuh-uh.
No.
No.
ma'am.
I wouldn't even put you in the backyard in a tent.
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
So he said that you wanted him to move in, and he also is saying that you do drugs.
I smoke weed.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm the first one to admit that. I'm like, fuck, look at my shirt.
It's not a
man.
drug. It's a
You know?
plant.
Exactly. I'll see beer and herbs are good, sweetheart.
And I've got a card that says I can. So
Yeah, and the government says I can, so I'm good to go.
you can check our arms if you need to.
I ain't gonna check
I
shit.
don't think we do. I don't think we do.
Yeah, we know better. We definitely know better.
And it's not between the toes either.
Yeah.
No.
I'll piss in a bottle any day of the week.
Yeah. But that, I find that kind of
Oh my god. That just this motherfucker is just
the deflection of it just
Oh, just wait. Just wait.
he's on this fucking train of fucking poor pitiful me. You know? It's like, for the love of fuck, man, pull up your bootstraps and grow some fucking cojones.
Cyraxx's favorite weed is meth. Benny. Everybody's got to have their target.
Yeah,
That's
everybody
his.
has their vices, man.
Yeah.
God damn.
There's more to this clip. Like, gee.
Oh, Christ.
fucking partying life. That's not who I am. Because of you, I almost lost a fucking leg.
That's a good story.
What?
That's a fantastic story.
Wow.
Did you bring him close to losing a leg? Did you do that?
Oh, Christ.
Frostbite.
This story is so freaking funny.
Wait, somebody said frostbite?
Okay, so
He almost got
let me.
frostbite.
I want to say one thing really quick. I am from the Sunshine State as well. A lot of people know that.
Cool.
And I can't believe, I'm more north, but
I'm sorry.
yeah, me too. But I actually looked up. Again, I went back and I looked at the temperature.
Yes.
He forgets there's an almanac for all of this stuff. And I should have put it up in like I did for the Lincoln Park video. I should have put it up here, but I mean anybody can look at same November 14th through the 17th, 2014, and the highs even at night where I think the highs were like in the 80s. The lows, I think one night it got to like 57, but the rest of the time it was like 68. It was like 68, 64. So yeah.
The one
Frostbite.
night it was cold. The one night it was cold. He wasn't out on the street. We were up at Homosassa Springs camping.
Yeah, so I checked that
that
too, just in case. Yeah, he's told everybody for years that because of you, well, no, he goes into it. He talks about how he had to go up there and almost lost his leg to frostbite because of you.
Oh, for the love of fuck.
Let me tell you about his leg. This was so damn funny. and I don't know how I kept a straight face. But the morning that I went into the camper and I asked him to get his ass up.
No, it was the night before.
Yes, it was.
It was the night before you were digging him.
Yeah. So we were sitting there and he starts telling me about this mark on his leg. And it was on his left leg. And I was looking at his leg, checking it out. And I told him, I said, it's an ingrown hair. You're going to either have to wait for it to get out or do something with it, whatever. Well, he's freaking the hell out, my leg. So I went ahead and I tried to move his leg and move his thighs so that I didn't really have to touch him, but trying to show him how to pop his own leg.
How to squeeze this. It was like
hair.
It was an ingrown hair, and it was maybe. Oh man, maybe the size of
it was
the size of a dime.
Most men have bigger stubble and beards than this was. A bank on it.
So yeah, it was like maybe the size of a dime, and it had the little, how an infected hair looks or whatever.
So
anyway,
the next morning we're trying to
get, leg's killing me.
So he's telling us, I'm gonna lay here, blah blah blah. But anyway, he never once ever said, "I need a hospital." Yeah,
that was never said.
Because, that was the one thing him and I asked. I told him to go get the first aid kit, and if he needs alcohol on it, whatever. But he's going off about, oh my God, I'm going to lose my leg. And I'm looking at Gordy like, what the hell does he mean?
What the fuck, dude? You ain't going to lose your leg, man.
I would
go.
It was crazy.
To put it in perspective, in the military, I was a combat lifesaver for a lot of years. Okay. And I know what infection looks like. I know what, gangrene looks like. I know all this other shit. He was not gangrenous. His leg was not falling off. No. I mean, it was a freaking oversized pimple. Come on, man.
That's pretty funny. That's good.
It's what you thought. It's not what you knew.
That's amazing. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's dumber than shit. You can't get dumber than this.
No.
Seriously.
No. I mean, oh my God. If you're going to lie, man, at least try to tell a lie you can't get caught in.
Right?
I mean, come on. I've seen chances an oversized pimple. I mean, come on. If I'm going to tell you that I went and seen a concert, I'm going to tell you that concert was at a place at a certain date. At least I'm going to make sure the fucking thing's in the United States.
Right.
Okay. I'm not going to tell you that I went and seen this concert and the fucking thing was in Europe. I mean, what the hell? Oh man,
we're not done with this part either yet.
Yeah, I'm telling y'all, man, y'all are just.
It's almost done. It's almost done. But he's got one more allegation that I this is the first time I caught it, and I mean I usually know all of this, but yeah, go ahead. Yeah, it was kind of wild to me.
That's not who I am. Because of you, I almost lost a fucking leg. Because your stupid drunk piece of shit ass refused to take me to the goddamn hospital.
But did you die?
I'm lucky I didn't lose my leg.
No.
But did you die?
There's one thing you don't know, old man, is when I got back from your place to here and I went to the fucking hospital.
Yeah. What did they say,
if
Speedy?
I waited another day or two, I would have lost my fucking leg. And it would have been your fucking fault.
It's a good thing we threw you out when we did then.
You
didn't lose your
too fucking drunk and too fucking stoned to get off your fucking lazy ass and do something.
Then I drove 3 hours to take his ass to the fucking camping.
What he doesn't realize is I didn't smoke until I got my damn card.
Yeah.
Fucking
and
idiot.
you telling me to give up on my music career? I'm sorry to say, fucker, but that ain't happening.
I don't have to, man, because you ain't going nowhere with it anyway.
You sit at home after you get home from work. You sit on the couch. You get fucking shit-faced drunk. You smoke.
After you work all day to bring home money for that house, how dare you walk into the house and sit down and have a fucking beer? How dare you?
I'm surprised you didn't say I strapped a rig to fucking Gordon's arm.
Goddamn bone.
You are so fucking
trying to make a living for mom and myself.
Trying to make a living.
Doing what?
Family.
You fucking disgust me.
Good.
You gotta take care of the family.
Change your name.
Poor excuse for a man.
Oof.
You talk about being a real man, but you're no real man, motherfucker.
Why do I feel like I'm watching like
If
an
anything,
Iraqi
you're a
series
piece
and
of
shit?
shit. You're a fucking deadbeat.
Yep.
And honestly, I'm glad I didn't turn out like you.
Oh,
I am
That's
too.
always going to be everything you're not. And that is a good fucking person.
Oh, please.
Drinking, partying, doing drugs, abandoning his fucking family.
You weren't my family.
I think a
That's
good
exactly
quality
what you
would
did.
be win.
You abandoned mom and you abandoned me. You abandoned your family.
You.
What kind of man does that to his own family?
The fucking smart
That's what I
one,
don't
dude.
get.
The smart
What
one.
kind of man does that to his own fucking family?
The smart one.
And not to mention, you threatened to shoot
Here.
mom if she ever came down there.
Threatened to
pick me
shoot
up. Are
who?
you fucking
Sally.
serious, motherfucker?
I have never threatened to shoot fucking
Honestly,
nobody in my
Said
life.
if you came down to get him, Sally, that's what he just said. If you threatened Sally that if Sally came down there to get him, you were going to shoot her.
No,
That is a fucking
That's a
bold
bold-faced
face
lie.
fucking lie.
Yeah,
I was
There is
shocked.
no way.
when I heard it.
The one and only time I talked to Sally through this whole
rigmarole.
clusterfuck that she arranged to bring that
My
little
bad.
peckerhead down to my house.
My bad.
And I'm saying my house, it's our house, but to bring that little peckerhead down, she did that behind my back.
I did because I
Yeah.
felt sorry for the bastard.
Yeah.
And I didn't know
She didn't
75,000
know.
people hated him.
Yeah,
Or
she
what he
didn't
was
know.
doing.
You know, she
Had
didn't
no
know the scenario and the backstory and all this shit on this little prick. So anyway, she brings him down.
It's funny because
And-
Mark tried to warn me.
Yeah, people even tried to warn her.
Mm-hmm. And I was like, come on, he was a kid back then.
And it's
Come
like, no. But the only conversation I had with Sally was the night I threw his little scrawny ass out of my house and down on the street. Was she called me and she says, "Oh, Red, we can work this out." And I looked at the phone and I said, "Work what out?" I said, "There's nothing to work out." And I said, "And furthermore, I don't owe you or him a motherfucking thing. Have a good night. Don't drink and drive." And I hung the phone up.
And that was the last time.
And I never spoke to either one of them again. So, no, I would never threaten to fucking shoot Sally. No, what the fuck, little man?
Exactly.
I mean, we all know that. Everybody here watching knows that. And the fact of the matter is, you guys neither you nor Michelle had any kind of allegiance to him or Sally. You guys had broken up. You were divorced. You were literally just trying to help him and give him, show him a little bit of love, and that's what he does. You had, and he was a man that they're supposed to be.
Oh, yeah, he's
24 years old. That's insane.
Yeah, 24 years old.
I want to bring up this really quick, Southern, which I was in hysterics when he called me a home wrecker.
Yeah.
Because he's talking in this video about how he had abandoned them and whatnot, and I'm a home wrecker and whatnot. Let me give you the time space here. The timestamp is this. He was married to Sally. They divorced. He got remarried, and she passed away. And I am the third wife. So
actually, my fourth, but
there's one in between.
There's one in between Sally and her. There's one in between. So she's the fucking homewrecker.
Yeah, I'm thinking you can't blame a dead woman. So you're
gonna
go
figure that one out. Okay.
I thought, well, shit, if I'd have known that, Christ. Ooh, I had that kind of power.
And I'm feeling that Cyraxx has a lot of animosity towards you in this video. Do you know where that comes from?
Because she calls him out and don't put up with his bullshit.
Yeah.
Just like anybody else.
He hates me.
He I mean, Southern, he talks smack on you, glory hole, smack on you.
He does
Kate, smack,
Oh, absolutely. And please don't think that we're up here showing you this, trying to figure out, we all know it's bullshit. We're loving that for years we've said it to him. But of course we know, we have the satisfaction of knowing, but now we have the satisfaction of him knowing that we know that it's bullshit.
This is confirmation.
Yeah, absolutely. And the animosity in this clip even is
and I'm an open book.
Were you around when you went into fidget spinners?
No, I was not.
God, no.
No, hell no,
God,
man.
no.
God.
And then, oh wow, yeah.
Were you
didn't
ever
even know
aware of his assault on Sally?
Yes. Well, no, and not until
This,
Not until recently.
yeah, until
we
a
had no
week
idea.
ago, till this shit
Okay,
evolved. No.
because that happened like a couple years before he came and visited you.
Yeah, we didn't know that.
No, we didn't know that.
If I'd have known that,
If I'd have known
little
that, he
bastard
wouldn't have
been
come down to
sitting
my
in
house.
A-Town all by
Yeah.
his lonesome.
Yeah. If I'd have known that, no, he wouldn't have come down to
No.
my house.
Yeah, it was more than just choking. William, tell him what happened. Like it was pretty bad.
Yeah, flew me in there, Will.
Well, so yeah,
Let's burn one.
I wish I had the report handy, but I don't have it handy. But off the top of my head, he was he met a girl online on Facebook or something, I assume, and he wanted to go to I think it was Kentucky in the middle of the night. Just gonna go walk down there from Ohio, and Sally said, "No, you're not going anywhere. Get up to your room." And he decided to flip shit, and he tried strangling her, grabbed her,
Really?
jumped on her from behind, choked her. Bill actually is the one that called the police and had him arrested.
Okay, yeah, we saw where he got arrested for it, but then
Yeah,
you know what? He got arrested for it, but who the fuck went to bail him out, man?
Yeah.
Sally bailed him out, and she
Yeah.
didn't want to press charges, so they gave him a deal to plead guilty to, and he'd get counseling.
It's never happened.
That didn't work, did it?
No, it definitely didn't help.
Well, according to the sister, the counseling never happened.
I believe that. I believe that.
According to the sister, she said that he was it was appointed by the court, but either Sally went up there and talked to them, as you know, we all know she does, but it ended up not.
You know,
we did watch that video, and there was one interesting thing. Well, not interesting, but it was like, what the hell? We were watching the video of him being arrested, and she's standing there, and he keeps saying, "I need my shoes. I need my shoes."
She's patting him down and all kinds of bullshit. That just shows you right there how much he's been.
She took it even further, and she told Ed to take his slippers off and give them to him.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, you can't even get some fresh sneaks going up in there. Damn.
When you saw that video, what did you think of his reaction to being arrested, squealing, screaming everybody's name?
Oh, well, that just shows you, man, that, you know what? He can talk the talk, but he can't walk the walk.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, you can sit there and you run your gator and you can, you know,
and he is
push comes to shove. The only thing I got to say for you, little man, you know, you don't let your hummingbird or your fucking alligator mouth overload your hummingbird ass, man. You know? You're going to pull somebody's wolf ticket, and it's not going to be pretty when it ends.
And I've got to ask this question because I was just curious. Has anybody other than us here ever seen him in person?
Marty
has.
Yeah.
And I think there was somebody else who took the pictures at the courthouse.
We're not sure. We don't.
Okay.
Yeah, there's been a couple guys that did that.
Okay.
Well, the other reason I ask is because I'm 5'4" and I'm 146 pounds, and I tower him and outweigh him terribly. I mean, he's just such a minute little man.
I don't.
It's a freak show.
I don't know exactly. I mean, you could probably look at the arrest records, and it would probably have his height. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm saying not more than 5'1", and
he claims 5'3" and 150, and we'd laugh at both of them.
Well,
150.
Yeah, I'm 146 at 5'5".
Yeah, there's no way he's 150.
He's he might
105.
He might have a lot of water on that head. I don't know.
I'd be surprised if he weighed a buck, man.
And this leads me into the next question, or the next lie that he had told. Welcome to the show, people.
Oh my God, man.
He had told a lie about coming down here and losing 20 pounds.
Yeah, 26 pounds.
Was it 26 pounds?
Yeah.
Okay, the funny part about that story is Gordon was overseas and he ended up getting amoebic
dysentery. So
and he, honest to God, had lost the weight.
Yeah.
Because if anybody knows anything about that, it makes you violently ill. Well, somebody said he's 4'7" and 95 pounds. That's about right.
That's about right.
So he's repeating and regurgitating exactly what Gordon had told him.
Stories that I had told.
And
yeah, he makes it his own.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's
just like the majority of his music and his lyrics and everything else. You know, he'll take somebody else's shit and he thinks he tweaks it enough to where nobody's gonna catch it.
Yeah, and he likes to
that good.
No.
he likes to grab onto tragedies. Like he'll do these commemorative
man.
videos about these mass shootings, and I had a friend that was there, and he's in the hospital. And
Motherfuck, man.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
just
he's-
disgusting.
It is
This fucking
gross.
dude's delusional, man.
Yeah.
Oh, and when he salutes for the vets, he salutes with the left hand.
What?
He was born military.
Yeah, he was. He was brought up that way. What the fuck?
Bullshit.
Oh my god,
Until
man.
he was 8. And the funny part about
He
that
was in
is,
fucking Bubba's army.
and I
or
hope
some shit,
I
man.
actually
I
hope he
don't
hears
fucking
this
know,
part.
man.
And I hope he's listening in. So here's the scoop, little man.
Oh god.
Gordy and your mom were married. You weren't his. And Gordy made sure he got out of that marriage before 10 years because guess what, sucker? I'm getting a pension. You're not.
Right.
Fight me, bitch.
And I'm a loser.
And that's all I have to say on that.
Yeah.
I'm almost through with this clip.
Next question up for grabs, man.
I'll lay
And
your ass out
The
when I
clip's
fucking
almost
heard
over.
that.
The last is just questions from people.
That's good.
Yeah, that's fine. That's cool. I mean, whatever.
Come on, let's do this.
Go ahead.
But here's a good one. As he continues, it sounds like you just have to listen to him.
Motherfucker, you're lucky I didn't lay your ass out when I fucking heard that shit.
Ooh.
You're lucky I didn't beat your old ass to a fucking bloody pulp after hearing you say that shit.
Good God.
You heard me say what?
Look at the eyes. Very.
Honestly,
Quail.
I'm ashamed to even know you. And I'm even more ashamed to be your fucking son.
You're not.
I knew that would get you, Gordon. I was like,
you
oh.
abandoned me.
Where's your ruples,
The
bitch?
minute that you abandoned mom and your family for fucking drugs and alcohol,
Yep. That's exactly why.
And a hard
you
rig of
became
heroin.
dead to me.
Yep.
And you want to play the blame game, motherfucker? Why don't you stop playing the blame game and start owning up to your actions? Start owning up to what you actually did.
Walk the fuck away.
I
You know
walked
what you did.
away
You
because
abandoned
I
mom.
didn't
Most
want
importantly, you abandoned your own
you.
son. And like I said, you're dead to me, and you always will be.
Good.
The day
Change
you
your
abandoned me and mom,
Oh, wait, it gets
the day you
cinematic.
walked out and decided to do drugs and get drunk and get high.
Mm.
That's the day that my dad died.
That was so dramatic.
Oh.
And then when
Hold on.
Ward goes
Hold
to.
on. Hold on.
And if I do go to hell for this,
This is the part.
Here,
but you know what?
dry your eyes.
If I'm going to hell, old man, I'm taking you down with me.
Ooh.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah,
How did I
so-
know he was going to say that, right? Yeah.
Treat me like I wasn't your son.
You're not.
Because you're not.
Told me to give up
I could do this all night with his dumb ass.
on something that I spent the last 10 years busting my ass on. And you think I'm
did
just gonna
what?
up and give up like that? Nah, ain't happening.
Oh, you got the wind in
Like I
spirit.
said, I may go to hell for this in the long run. And that's
send
just
you
fine
in
with
there.
me.
Then to sit back,
Yeah.
And you know what?
lean forward.
Rheumatism.
I'm gonna see your ass there.
We're in hell?
You know, I'm gonna make sure you paid for what you've done. To
Oh,
me
bless
and
his
most
heart.
importantly, your family.
Bless his heart.
Come on.
Southern does you know?
Okay, these were just questions. In fact, you guys have answered quite a few of them already, but these are just not many. There's probably about 6 questions.
I asked them at the beginning. Yeah.
Okay, so these are all the ones. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
good
we
one.
did that.
Yeah.
So
I
we did, we
break
did have
down-
a good question that came in. That
Okay.
people-
Any,
in your opinion, both you,
okay.
dad, and you, mom, what do you think is
No,
going
no,
to
wait a
happen?
minute. Whoa. Retract the beginning of that.
yeah. Okay,
Go ahead.
In your opinion, what do you think is going to happen when Sally dies to Chance?
Oh, I already know what's going to happen.
We've seen this question floating
Yeah,
around.
there's
yeah.
only 2 things that are going to happen.
And we know one's for certain.
Okay, and one is either he goes into some type of assistant living facility,
They won't have him. His freakouts will throw him off
But
the
I'm
chart.
just saying, he's either going to go into something like that, or he's going to end up in a box under a bridge.
Absolutely.
Yep.
You know? And I would rather see him in a facility than on the bridge, than under a bridge, because when he's
We
under a
wouldn't.
bridge, we can't keep track
Sorry.
of him.
Exactly.
Oh no, he'll have that phone. He'll be online. That's the homeless are. We've all been
Well,
looking
I'm
forward
just
to that.
saying, you know, we want that little prick where we can watch him,
Absolutely.
Right.
you know. But no, he's going to be under a bridge.
Would
You
you
know?
ever?
You know-
Would you ever have him visit you again?
No, no, hell no.
Yeah.
Come on, Kate.
You
Come on,
sure?
Kate.
Damn, Kate.
No.
Shit,
no.
I thought you loved the snuff. You were going to let us adopt you. Damn.
Yeah, no, I do. I just,
You know? And now you
Just
want
ruin
to
that.
Getting unadopted pretty quick if you keep
I
pushing
did.
it, man.
I know.
But don't let Kate fool you. It's one step closer to Ed. That's all Kate's
yeah,
worried
that's
about.
what I
What do you
heard.
guys think about Ed?
Hey.
I'm sorry.
Wrong
I'm
with
sorry.
the
Sorry,
father.
William. Sorry, William. Sorry.
I don't,
Yeah, it's all right.
be rude or anything, but I'm a little bit like, your wife now is so beautiful,
Thank
so
you.
youthful and beautiful,
Absolutely.
and I'm just confused as to what the just very different than Sally. I'll put
I'm
it
very
that way.
confused as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me point that out. Every time we see her on a video, I look at him. I'm like,
She's
what
like, what the fuck were you
hell?
thinking?
I'm
You
like,
know?
dude, you can't get that
You know,
fucking cold in
you know,
Alaska. I don't care.
Well, the nights are cold.
No.
in Alaska.
Might have been
Speaking
all
of
booze.
Sally, do you what about Sally's father? Was it William? Was that his name? Was he another William?
Yeah, William Smith.
Right. And there's some shaky, like there's
No,
been
if I'm,
allegations about him kind of thrown around here and there. I've heard over
Oh,
the
yeah.
years.
if I'm not mistaken,
Wait a minute. Well, back it up.
hold on.
Back up.
If-
Southern, what did you say? What kind of allegations is he throwing?
I mean, just that. Look, I for one, just I mean, we don't know, but I for one think there is a lot of degeneracy in that family. I feel like it's gone down through the generations. I feel like, if those walls could kind of talk. And
I've been
Yeah.
talking for days,
Yeah.
and you're just now assuming that?
but
I thought we cleared it.
yeah. Oh no. It's been no. I've definitely felt that way for a while. You never hear anybody talk about Sally's dad except for like just very ominous kind of just.
well,
There's a
I only
reason.
met him, and I can't, I can't speak ill of the man or anything else. I only met him like twice. Okay, now this is her father, so he would have been Arnson. Okay,
Yeah.
he wouldn't have been Smith. It would have
Right.
been Sally's husband,
My
first
bad.
husband's father.
Yeah.
Okay, but her father, he was deaf mute. Okay, he couldn't speak and he couldn't hear, but he was a very intelligent man. Drove a car.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't a degenerate that just lived off the system and everything else. No, he worked his entire life. And when I knew him, he was already retired.
What did he do
So,
for a living?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know. I honestly do not know. But I
Right.
know he was, he wasn't a degenerate. He didn't live in a rat hole, a filthy house, or none of that shit. So, but as far as Sally's husband,
His first name I thought was William D.
yeah, something like that. I think it was
His
William
first-
Smith or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
that's
don't-
what I thought you meant.
Okay, I'm sorry. That is. I apologize. You're right. It wasn't her father. That's the guy I was thinking of. William is that picture in the wheelchair. Yeah, is that the same guy I'm thinking of?
Yeah, that's the first husband.
Okay, that's who I'm thinking. I apologize.
Yeah.
Did you
Now, as
know
far
anything
as-
about him?
No, I never met him. I met his mother, believe it or not.
Why in the hell did you meet his mother?
It's a fucking long story.
There's small towns up there.
Oh yeah, very small.
Mm.
And she was cool. She was pretty cool. She was a wood carver and all this shit, man. And I mean, back then, man, a lot of people in Alaska, I mean, that's how they made their living, by fur rendezvous and all this shit, whatever. But anyway, I never met Bill's father, but I did hear during, I think it was Marty's interview with Rupel, that he said that his dad got Sally pregnant when she was 15.
14
Or
actually.
14, yeah. And she had Bill, which was William.
Right.
Had him when she was 15. So
Yeah.
you know,
And how old was the
you do-
husband? How old was William?
I don't know. I
He-
never
He was
met.
older. He was older, wasn't he? Much significantly older, was he not?
I don't believe so.
I believe he was. I think he was late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah.
A 14-year-old. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So-
guys have caught up with the lore so fast, you know?
We
Oh
did
yeah,
one.
they've been binging on this stuff. You can tell.
Yeah, yeah.
Train wreck.
Because if I'm going to sit up here and I'm going to talk about somebody,
Yeah, I want to know who
I'm
he
going
is.
to do my research. I'm going
Absolutely.
to try to figure out, okay, what the hell's going on? You know,
Yeah.
I was a warrior for a lot of years, and I had never walked into battle without having a little bit of intelligence and a battle plan behind me.
Absolutely.
You know,
And
Oh, a farm.
So
A farm. Did he ever grow up on a farm?
no.
That's what
Never baled. He never shoveled hay or bales of hay all day to help out. Okay. Just making sure.
No. Hey, where the hell would he have done that?
He claims it was in Washington.
No. When he left Washington, he was maybe 10, 11, something like that.
Were they ever homeless?
Were they ever homeless?
Homeless, sleeping in a car.
I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if they were.
Okay.
But
yeah, that one
I
never
don't.
shocked me.
Yeah, I don't know for sure whether they were or not. You know, I do know that when she came, she was in Washington. She flew back to Watertown, New York. I was stationed at Fort Drum. She came. I had cleared quarters already. I was living in the NCO barracks. She came, borrowed my truck. She went
we
down.
don't need the labor. We
Just-
want the baby.
Hush for a minute.
Come on.
She came down and she took my truck, went and rented a U-Haul. Come back. Me and two of the guys from my barracks loaded all of her shit in this U-Haul. Her and Chance crawled in the front of that U-Haul, and they hauled ass and driving back to Washington. And halfway to Washington, the fucking U-Haul broke
We
down.
told them about that.
And they had to unload the U-Haul in the middle of the highway somewhere halfway between New York and freaking Washington to get another U-Haul to finish the drive. And what happened after that, I have no idea until they came to Florida.
Harlan, Kate, here's an interesting fun fact. And I love Harlan because she does all of her stuff too. So we were thinking about, everybody's come to us asking us if he gets a check. Well, we've done a little math on that.
And we don't know. We don't know if he gets one.
However, for a month, the lowest Social Security disability income check you can get is $914 a month. Every additional essential person, which Sally's put herself into the essential persons role, gets $458 a month. And then going even further than that, who knows what Ed's bringing in? So I don't get it.
Right.
Riddle me that, Batman. Can somebody please tell me that?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
this sounds like
Ed's
much
busy
else.
paying for his perks.
I wasn't going to say it. I wasn't going to say it.
What did you say?
I said Ed's too busy paying for his Percocets.
No.
Yeah, I see
Yeah.
that. I
don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. You know,
Yeah,
I don't know.
anything about
I don't
Ed.
know. I don't know
We
nothing
don't.
about Ed, man.
But
No,
when we
he's
looked
OD'd twice on Percocets now.
Oh, really?
He did what?
Yeah, he's OD'd twice on Percocets.
Oh, yeah, we did see it.
Yeah, I
We
saw
did
it.
see
Now,
that,
are
yeah.
you for certain that's what happened?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, all right. I mean, if you
No.
got your, you know, I mean,
Yeah, we got
like I
the-
said, I don't.
Yeah.
I have no
reports and,
idea what kind of intel has been, you know. So yeah,
We
yeah.
did see the video. We saw when they threw him. And the funniest part about that video was when they set him down on the stretcher and he like boards himself up into rigor mortis, like, and then all of a sudden he goes, it's like, dude, you're not even playing it well. And then he keeps going back into the stiff and then he goes limp.
Well, they probably
It's like,
hit him
wow.
up with Narcan. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I guess.
Narcan's
Yeah.
gonna make you
No,
look like that.
yeah,
And come on.
you're still out of it.
So
Real quick,
do you
one
guys know
question I
about
had-
when Chance sexually assaulted Blind Billy? Were you aware of
I-
that?
We heard that. Yes.
We did hear
Yeah,
that.
we heard the story, and
in the past week, we have not heard it prior to this.
Yeah. Yeah, not until this last week.
Did it surprise you?
Nope.
Not really. Not really. Not after seeing him initially and seeing the initial Facebook post that started this whole shit show with us involved.
Yeah.
You know, because I had blocked him. I had all contact, no contact, all that shit. And then all of a sudden when we get this Facebook post and he's bashing me and everything else.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember how we found it, but then all of a sudden it was like, bam, there's Cyraxx. And I'm like, what the fuck?
We're like, no, we gotta dig a little deeper.
So it's like, it's a fucking rabbit hole, man.
Yeah, it is a rabbit hole. Because the more I looked into it, the more I was like, what?
The more I'm like, okay, you little prick, I'm going to delve and I'm going to do everything I can do for the rest of the days I'm breathing on this earth to put you away to where you can't hurt nobody else.
Absolutely. Him, pedophiles, rapists.
Yeah. Any pedophile, any sexual deviant. So if I say sexual deviant, if the shoe fits, wear it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm throwing it around.
Why do you think he turned out like that? Like, why do you think that he became such a sexual deviant?
I don't know. I truly don't know. I never exposed him to anything like that. The only thing that he got exposure to when he was young was his brother, Bill, being gay, and there was nothing ever went on in my house as far as Bill having boyfriends over or hell no. None of that shit went down. No, that wouldn't went down. Not in my house. It didn't go down in my house.
Now, did Bill and Chance get along, or did you get a sense that Bill didn't care for Chance too much?
They kind of got along, but Bill took the role of like big brother.
Okay.
When Sally wasn't around, or even when Sally was around, if Bill caught him doing something he wasn't supposed to do, Bill would get on his ass.
That's what we've heard. Yeah. So that's
Bill would get on his ass. Like no, don't be doing that. Chance, no. Whatever. So.
Did you know Dale Lynn?
I had only met Dale Lynn, I think, one time. Once, maybe twice. But no, I don't know her. Don't know her.
Well, she's come out recently and done some phone interviews with someone, and it echoes a lot of the stuff you guys are saying.
Okay. Well, out of the mouths of two is confirmation. So
and,
people can take it for what it's worth.
We're not losing in this game. I had this conversation with Southern before, and I've been searching down these reckless individuals for years. I have taken on many, many stories of victims that, unfortunately, somebody who's gone through the hands of Cyraxx. And, there's...
Thank God his has only been cyber so far, except for one.
Right. Yeah.
Thank God.
And, of course, with all that being said, why would you go see your ex-stepdad knowing his wife is an investigator?
Because this is, for people that don't know, this is what you guys you do for, but for your retirement. You guys, you ride with victims up to courthouses. You guys.
No, we do not do that.
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. But you guys investigate this stuff. You guys kind of do what we do, in a little bit of a different way, but
yeah. I mean, and
same
do I believe
definitely a twist.
Yeah. Do I think that that all pedophiles, homophiles, whatever the hell the other one's called, whatever, and sexual deviants, rapists, whatever, I hope all of you, the rest of your lives are miserable. I hope your lives are miserable.
And that's why they made me. And
I got no tolerance for it. I don't, if you want to harass them, but don't go to, and this is just my belief. I know people are going to do what the hell they want to do. Don't call the cops over there in the middle of the night on a false call. It's.
No, that's a waste. Yeah, we agree.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but you're taking away possibly somebody that actually needs those two officers or or whatever at that particular time, to actually.
Also, you're dumbing down credibility too of
Exactly.
real things happening. Yeah.
Exactly. So, and so don't be doing that kind of stuff. If you want to go pick it in front of the house, shit, by all means, man. Get
By
fucking,
all means.
sit up there with a damn lawn chair and a fucking jug of iced tea and just fucking sit there with a sign, man. Yes.
And the only reason I say this is because, and I can say this, I am a survivor
yes.
of abuse to the extreme.
Yeah.
And that's what put me in the position I'm in today. So if you want to go ahead and weaken a case, the biggest way you can do it is keep this shenanigan. And that's the only word I can come up with is just keep it up, because you're going to take credibility, and then you're going to get a victim plastered all over the internet. That victim's already suffering, and you want to do that again?
Yeah. So,
I'm not buying into it.
If we're all out to get this little prick,
watch him.
By all means,
don't let go of him.
Yeah, by all means, get him.
God, don't ruin a good case.
Get him with something that is going to stick, concrete,
it's usable. Yep.
Yes, and usable, and put him away.
Absolutely. Because I can tell you, I walked that route, and they tried that with me.
Yeah, and get him put somewhere where he don't have internet access, where he don't have
electricity.
Yeah, well, not he's going to have electricity.
For what?
Yeah, I know, but
he doesn't shave.
Yeah,
for what?
But no internet, no Wi-Fi, none of that crap. Get him away from that shit. And just lock his little ass up somewhere. And that's what needs to happen.
By no means are we saying to take your eyes off of him.
No. Everybody needs to watch him.
Absolutely. Just
you can even harass him a little bit and everything else. Like taking down his. I see where he's putting up his. I don't know, man, to give money or whatever, and as soon as he puts it up, people are shutting it down, man. And keep doing that. No, let him. No, take the money, man. Easy, best way to hit somebody's in the pocketbook.
Absolutely.
Take that money. Take the money. Take the money. But I my biggest fear is for him to get shut down online, because if he gets shut down online, we can't watch him.
Exactly. Exactly.
We can't keep an eye on him. If he's out there running loose on the streets, man,
unless somebody wants to run behind him with a raid can, because I'm not running behind him without a raid can. That's not happening. The little prick has lit a new fire under my ass, and I've been boiling, William. I've been boiling for the last 7 days. I wore out the floor in my house, pacing back and forth across my floor to figure out how I'm going to nail this little prick, and I'm going to nail him. Yeah. I'm going to nail him. And I've had people ask me, "You going to beat his ass?" And no, I ain't going to whip his ass.
No,
I don't have
not
to.
at all.
I don't have to.
For that. Come on.
I mean, if you come to it, you come on me. By all means, I'm going to knock you on your ass.
Yeah.
But am I going to come looking for you? No, I ain't going to come looking.
No,
well, I'm going to come.
If I'm there.
I'm going to come looking for you, but it's going to be in a different way than what you think.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right now, I'm building my army. I'm getting people like you.
And ground troops that know. Absolutely. Set it up.
Yeah, really. So, I mean, we're just kind of getting you people, behind us and behind you guys. We're getting behind you guys to where.
It's amazing if nobody actually had these big squirrels. I mean, everybody's going at each other about this or about that.
Yeah. There's,
band together. Everybody's fighting the same purpose.
Yeah. I mean, if we're fighting a war here, man, read The Art of War, easiest way, man, divide and conquer. We need to snatch that little dude up and get him off the streets, man. And I'm not saying anybody do this, going in there and laying hands on him or anything, No.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Make yourself a credible witness.
Exactly.
Not a witness.
Exactly.
Not a defendant either.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Thank you.
We just lost Southern. That's all right. So we've been gone for a little over an hour and a half. I thank you guys so much for your time.
Okay.
Do you have any final thoughts on the Cyraxx? And you'll have to come back sometime because we like you.
Okay.
Well,
that's cool.
like
Anytime. Anytime, any final thoughts? Yeah. Keep an eye on him. Keep an eye on him.
Because we sure are.
And keep an eye on him.
Absolutely.
Because we sure are.
We sure are.
I've made it my mission. It's not that I'm going to shut him down. I'm going to put him away.
Yeah.
So I'm just not going to shut him down. So
think it's
Brian,
very-
I just want to clarify with you, Brian, because I'm saying this. There was a police report that was filed with Akron. I can probably actually pull it up right now before we go.
yeah, that's cool.
They are aware. They haven't done anything about it.
Wait a minute. What's it say? Hold on. We have offered to deliver the evidence to the authorities in Akron but you all with the evidence won't follow through with coming to court to put him away.
Who won't?
Yeah.
Who won't?
That's the question.
I think they're talking about a situation that happened. The whole thing with I'm assuming
Mhm.
with the kid and the bat. He ended up. Chance was ultimately told, you know what, this got dropped because this kid is not following through. So that might be what they're talking about.
Yeah, well, that's not my fault.
But-
That's not my fault, and that's a good point.
That is a very good point.
You know?
And this kid probably didn't follow through out of humiliation of the connection to him.
Right.
Or, well, it could have been a lot of things, but
Yeah.
and I'm a firm believer, man. If I'm gonna say something, I'll put my name on it.
Yeah, but if you're going to do it, put your name on
Yeah.
it. And that's why we come on these streams all the time. And we
Well, not all the time. It's only the second time
Yeah,
we've been on here.
no.
Not all the time.
been on
Been watching.
FaceTime.
Yeah.
We don't hide our faces.
No, I don't
No.
hide my face.
No,
I'm not going
going
to.
hide my name either.
Nope. We got nothing to hide. But yeah, you can go ahead and pull that up, that report or whatever.
Yeah, I'm on here now.
Okay.
How do they feel
And
about
Cyraxx supporters. Ha. Good question.
I was able to pull it up before, and now it's not. I know there's obviously more.
But let me see.
If you are a supporter of any
Let me see. Is this
sexual deviant, if you are a supporter of any sexual deviant and you are an enabler of any sexual deviant, you are no better than they are in my eyes.
absolutely? If you
You
know
can take
about
it, leave it. I don't,
Yeah.
You can take it or leave it.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for some reason, only a very small amount of records are being shown on their portal right now.
Yeah,
that's
portal's
okay. We can
kinda
find it.
getting worse.
But it does exist. The report.
Oh yeah,
I'll-
we'll find it.
Okay.
yeah. Because I did call the police when we caught him
Yeah.
trying to hook up with a made up 14-year-old, and unfortunately, they just didn't do anything about it.
Okay.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that there won't be something done.
Yeah.
Well, it's on record. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's unfortunate, but he's such a tool that as well as I do, he's going to continue. He's going to screw up majorly. And he's probably doubled the people who have their eyes on him. So
Yeah.
he's a tool.
And somebody just asked a question: do either one of us have anything to say directly to Sally? The only thing
I got my half of the pension, bitch.
Nah, the only thing I got to say is, you know what? It's your bed. You lie in it, man.
I
You
hate
made
it
your
more.
bed. You made the bed. You lie in it.
I got new kids.
A solid neener. All right.
I'm glad you're taking care of my two new kids. So you took care of yours.
Yeah.
Have a good time.
man.
We have a happy family over here now. We're real Wilkins.
Exactly.
Cool.
Exactly.
Real Wilkins.
Hey, we'll come back anytime, man. You just let us know,
Absolutely.
man. Any of y'all, whatever. Just let
That'd be
us know.
great.
We'll talk to you,
There's
man.
so much Cyraxx stuff to cover, and we know a lot of other deviant or of a lot of other deviants.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
just not. And I want to make that,
Oh, yeah.
that statement. I want
Yeah.
to make that statement. I'm just not after him.
No.
My
Right.
mission is to go after every one of them. And if I might
We
have
have
to
a
go one
list.
at a time. But
I love
by
that
God,
energy. I love
Yeah.
that energy.
Papa G coming for you.
I
Yeah,
told
Papa
you,
G,
Papa
baby.
G is in the
Papa
house,
G,
girlfriend.
baby.
I told you. Papa
Ooh,
G,
yeah.
are you picking up what he's throwing down? I've learned so much new vocabulary this week.
Oh God.
And I seen that clip that kept
Oh,
saying me
man.
telling him to structure a sentence. By God, I continuously said it to him. But I'm loving some young people.
Oh yeah.
I really am.
It's
The
more of a
energy is so
vitality.
different.
Vitality, man. So
Yeah, I'm loving
I
it.
can only imagine how overwhelming this is. It
Yeah.
reminds me of that scene in The Matrix when Keanu, all of a sudden he's like, he plugs in, he's like, I know kung fu, right? It's like within a week, except this is horrifying and disturbing and disgusting, but it's so within a week you've absorbed
Yeah.
this much of it already, right?
like I said, I used to have hair, man, but from going
Damn.
He accused us of heroin. This is going to turn
Oh,
us into
God.
freaking heroin addicts.
Oh Lord.
Oh no.
No, this has been it's been one hell of a ride this last week, man.
Yeah.
You know,
I
but
bet.
it's given me a reason to get up in the morning now.
Mhm.
Let's
like
just put it that way. And that's a dangerous for a man to be.
Yeah.
So for everybody out there, if you haven't joined our Discord yet, I understand Cyraxx is live, so I'm
Oh,
probably
fantastic.
Oh,
Where's he
can
at?
you stream it, Kate? You should stream it, Kate.
I'm gonna stream it
Yeah.
in Discord because I'm gonna pop off of here honestly and go in my car and have a little toke.
Oh, gotcha, girl.
The
Oh, wait,
commentary on this
children.
crackhead.
Yeah. So if you haven't joined our Discord already, please do. It's
Okay.
it's an okay time. It's an okay
Okay.
time.
Yeah.
Discord.
And-
Can you send us the link or whatever?
Honey,
I absolutely can. That would be my
Okay.
pleasure.
Yeah,
Kate,
well,
you gotta understand, he's a lot older than me.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got this.
You got this.
I think it's really telling he didn't come up here tonight either. You know, Mr. Billy Badass was going to come up and stop everybody from talking about him and, really lay the law down. And he's over on his Discord crying and whining like he always is.
Well,
Right.
you know, and I'm
The fear is real.
because
Yep.
I've been scared. I've been frightened the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
I was afraid he was going to come on. Oh Lord,
Oh, I'm so glad he didn't
I don't
save
even
me
know I
from
sleep
laughing.
well at
Now I
night.
can just watch him on replay and
Yeah.
laugh.
But
No, y'all's
All right.
faces when he came on, they were amazing. Y'all cracked up. It was the funniest thing.
It was. We couldn't stop laughing. And I kept telling him it wasn't until like 1 o'clock we had got off, and I had been at a Tampa Bay football game all day. So I'm sitting there and my head's burning to begin with that day because I had gotten some super sun. So I'm sitting there. As soon as I seen his face, I looked over at him and I was like, oh, hell no, we can't even look at his face and be serious.
oh yeah, you can't, man.
It wasn't going to work. That's
No.
why, being on this one with Kate, and we really, really do appreciate you guys. It probably was a lot more calmer than the last one.
Yeah.
All
All right. So I'm gonna hop off of here, hop into Discord, and we're gonna watch Chance together.
Okay, we're gonna go to Discord. We'll
All right. We'll see you
check
there.
this out.
We'll see
All
you
right.
there.
Do it.
Thank you for your time.
Do it.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you guys, man. Y'all have
Take
a
care.
great night, man.
You guys